I see your Irish.
Pull out a tape measure.
What are you doing on a Tuesday night, 10 o'clock p.m.? Probably laying down to go to sleep, right? Because you got work tomorrow, school or something like that. Well, I stay up late and my wife's asleep back there and my kids are in bed. And I do my homework because of, I try to do these videos each and every week for you guys to give you guys some good information. So you guys have to stop thinking that the media would be telling you guys the truth. You guys know it in your heart, you feel in your gut that there's a lot of things are wrong, but we stay complacent and we stay at idle because we just truly don't know the truth of how in depth this corruption actually is, and how our government is just doing such outlandish stuff today that if any other time in history in the past, the people would be outraged because of it. But the media doesn't report a lot of stuff to us no more. And I was looking into how Hillary Clinton got her hands and her claws into this Benghazi tragedy. Obama's trying to cover this stuff up because if it does, they could both be impeached or they could be thrown in prison. A lot of people should be thrown in prison today because of these arms being sold to who they say that are the terrorists, Al-Qaeda and the Muslim Brotherhood. These people are making the Middle East be on fire. They're overthrowing any dictator that's been there for a while, saying they want to make things better. But in reality, it's the devil that's causing the chaos. And in the end, he has something for them, just like what they're going to do to the American people. If the American people uprise today, fuck, I'm going too far in depth into this. See, I got so much shit I would really like to tell you guys. Oh, man, what do I do? What do I do? You guys don't know how much this all weighs on my mind and shit. I find all this stuff out all the time. And I'm trying to scream to the world. Listen to this. Check this out, dude. We're in some freaking trouble, man. And the world is just too busy, too asleep, too drugged, too medicated, whatever it is, for people to start paying attention to it. And I've had people tell me before that I need to show them the footage on my videos. You need to show me the clip what you're talking about, because I'm not going to go do my own homework on it. I'm not going to look at these things. People are just not going to do it. Well, I'm sorry, the way that you think like that today is you still have the mindset like that. Because if you guys knew the truth, you would not be sitting there idle. You would not be going along with this shit. Because the depth of it is freaking crazy. If I were to tell somebody the truth of everything that I know, people wouldn't believe it. You just wouldn't believe that it's so freaking nuts like this, because you would think the news would be reporting it to you guys. You actually think they're telling you that the truth still. The freedom of press is still exercised from the mainstream media. Those people are so controlled and so corrupted and evil. Because it can only be evil that's orchestrating the stuff that's happening. And if something's that evil, it only could be the devil. I'm going to show you guys this clip right here. And I'm going to let the pastor introduce himself. And then I'm going to speed up like 30 seconds into his video, because I want you to listen to what he said about Obama. And you have to think, why didn't the media tell you guys this before when he was running for election in 2008? Listen to this.
I am James David Manning, senior pastor of the Outlaw World Missionary Church in Harlem, New York. Obama was recruited in 1980 by the CIA while a student at Occidental College in Los Angeles, California. The CIA needed Muslims who were fluent in Farsi and other Islamic customs and understandings. Obama was perfect as an undercover agent. The CIA then later enlisted Columbia University to extend its foreign student program to Barack Hussein Obama, that he might enroll in the universities around Karachi and in Pakistan, and also the Patrice Lumumba School in Moscow. With a perfect cover in the U.S. student identity, Obama became the lead agent in the arms and money supply to the struggling Taliban army against the Soviet war machine.
And we're fighting those same people today. Obama was helping them back in the 80s. I bet you didn't hear none of that before. You never heard that anywhere because you don't look into stuff. You don't know nothing about what happened in Benghazi. Why don't you listen to this?
What I said a long time, Alex, it's a pleasure always to be on, is basically a palace coup. This was an attempt by John Brennan, who illegally used what was called a paramilitary SOCOM command, that Southern Command, soldiers that were offline. Offline meaning that it was not authorized through the DCI, Directed Central Intelligence Agency, who was General Petraeus. It was an attempt to get General Petraeus out when we said to you, and I said a long time ago to your audience, there is a war going on between the civilian CIA and the military intelligence General Petraeus was put in order to control the civilian CIA. He could not do that. They want to get rid of him. General Petraeus had wanted to arm the Syrian guards. However, he did not know about this entirely illegal organization that was authorized directly by the President of the United States to run an illegal covert operation. In other words, that put Obama in line of impeachment through John Brennan, who was not an authorized elected official, but an appointed one who worked for Bush Jr., who ran an illegal SOCOM unit in a unit that was called the embassy but was not, where they tortured al-Qaeda prisoners and used it as a transfer point for the armaments. And I said it a long time ago. And at that point, there was a stand-down issue. There were military generals, AFRICOM, General Ham, who wanted to go in. He was told to stand down. He stood down. A rear admiral, who I told you the 7th Fleet, was told to stand down. He stood down. And then 14 other Navy officers were decommissioned. And the DCM of the embassy, who correctly said this is the first time Foreign Service officers had more balls than the military. I am ashamed of what the military did not do. This was an illegal act. The president should have been impeached. This is not just a small cover-up. This has nothing to do with Republicans, Democrats, or security operatives. I happen to know all the individuals exceedingly well. Let's go through the a board that oversaw.
By the way, let me just stop you briefly for people to understand.
You understand what happened right there? They said what happened was Benghazi. They were running guns to the Muslim Brotherhood and known terrorists in the Middle East. That's the United States government doing that. And then our ambassador over there in Benghazi, he said days before the attack happened on 9/11 of last year, 2012, that he needed reinforcements because it felt unrest over there. And the White House and no one sent them any help. And then on the September 11th of last year, if you guys remember, the embassy got overtaken and our ambassador and everybody that was there was killed. Well, they just said right there that there was a stand down, and the only two people that could give that stand down order would be the Secretary of State Hillary Clinton or our president himself. Well, that means whoever gave that stand down committed murder against our ambassador. But then now you have the whistleblowers coming out and saying something about it. Well,